Hey guys, today I am filming my chopping block Will I Declutter series intro for 2019. I filmed this series in 2017 and 2018. I will have those playlists linked down below in case you're interested to see other things that I've decluttered. So basically the reason I decided to do this series is because I have a hard time decluttering products. I want to make sure that I absolutely don't want it so I don't regret getting rid of something, because that has happened in the past. And this also has really helped me let go of things, because what I'm doing is I've got a lot of products here that I've specifically chosen that I want to test out throughout the year and then make a final decision whether I'm going to keep it or declutter it. I will be talking about these specific items in these videos. I will show them all to you in this intro, and then I will only show you the products that I tested in those updates. I've got makeup, and then I have a ton of polish as well. I'll save that for the end in case you're not interested. And I will also be letting you guys know in these videos any other products I'm choosing to declutter, anything that I returned, and anything I had to throw away because it expired. So before I get into all the products, I wanted to actually show you some other things that I'm already choosing to declutter out of my collection and send these off to friends and family. I figure I'll just show this at the beginning. Usually I do it at the end, but this is how we're doing it for today. So I have got some skincare products I received in PR, the DermaE Purifying Daily Detox Scrub and the DermaE Purifying 2-in-1 Charcoal Mask. And the reason I'm getting rid of these is because these are duplicates. DermaE just sent these to me and I still have my other ones. So I am going to pass these along to my friend Ami, who has oily skin. So I think those will be great for her. Then I did receive a few PR packages from Pixi. One of them had a bunch of travel sizes of the Glow Tonic Toner. I kept a few of them, but then I did give majority of those to my friends. But along with that package came some little baby sizes of the Rose Tonic. I sent a few of those out as well, but I tried this and I really didn't enjoy the scent of it. So I'm going to be passing these two little babies on to my friend Ami as well. And then I did just get a package that I don't even know if I've hauled yet, but I've had it for a couple weeks, of a bunch of their Rose products. So in that package, I already know I'm going to be passing on the Rose Tonic. So this is just the big size of the little babies that I was already able to test out. So I'm going to send this to my friend Amanda. And then we also have the Makeup Fixing Mist, which is Pixi's setting spray. And I do really enjoy this, but I've already used up two in the past. And I figure I will just pass this on to one of my friends. So I'm going to be sending this to Ami as well. And then I'm going to be decluttering a few products I had gotten in a Sephora Play K-Beauty bag. And one of the things was the Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm. This is my sister's holy grail, so I'm going to be giving this to her. And then I did buy two of these little kits, and they each came with an Erborian CC cream in the shade Clair. This is too dark for me, so I'm going to be passing both of these on to my friend Ami. And next I'm going to be decluttering a palette to my sister. This is the Bad Habit Supernova palette. It is a dupe for Natasha Denona Lila. My friend Amanda Alexandra sent this to me. I'm so happy she did, because I was able to test out my very first Bad Habit palette. I did do an entire review video on this. I'll link up in the cards. I did enjoy this, but it isn't a must-have for me because I do have these colors in my collection, and I think my sister might get some good use out of this because she does like more cool tone shades, so I think this would be a good one for her. And then I have a few random products that I am choosing to declutter. The first is a deluxe sample of the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. And I actually do like this product. I would happily use it up. I was going to put it in a project pan, but my sister is using a little deluxe sample of this right now and she absolutely loves it. So I have tried it, and because she seems to like it better than me, I'm going to give it to her. I will be totally fine. Then I'm going to be decluttering some lip products. One of them would be the ColourPop Lippie Pencil in the shade Wet. I've had this for a little while and I've never even sharpened it. This is a dupe for the MAC Lip Liner in Stone. I'm going to send this to Ami because she really likes lip colors like this. And then I have this little mini that I just got in a Sephora Play. This is the Trestique Mini Lip Glaze in the shade Paris Pink. It's a beautiful warm pink, but this is very, very sheer. I feel like I really had to build it up, and I wish it just had a little bit more pigment and a little bit more shine. So I'm going to be passing this on to a friend as well. So those are all of the makeup and skincare products I am starting out decluttering in the intro, and now I'll show you all the things on the chopping block. So I recently went through my collection and tried to look at the things that I didn't absolutely love, or things that I didn't think I could or would want to use up in a project pan, and I pulled those things out to test them. So I actually have a lot of cheek products here. I have 4 bronzer contour products, 4 blushes, and 4 highlighters. Starting with the bronzer contour products, the first one is the NYX Blush in Taupe. This has been discontinued. I used one up completely and I repurchased it. This used to be one of my favorite products ever, but I've discovered so many other contour products that I like better. It's a good formula, but this color is a little cool purpley gray for my skin tone, but it works because I'm fair, but because I'm more warm, I don't know if I love it on me anymore. So I would like to test that out a little more. The next is from theBalm. It is the Take Home the Bronze bronzer in the shade Oskar or Oliver. I have been using both of these this winter to get more of a feel for what I think of them. I do think this is a good formula, but again, I wasn't sure what I thought about the color. So this is what I think I'll end up keeping, but I do want to test it more and see if I love it and then what season I like this best in. It's just kind of an interesting color for me. Then I have a couple products that I don't dislike, I just haven't used very much, and I want to make myself test them. The first would be this little mini of the Smashbox step-by-step contour kit in the light medium range. So you do have a matte under eye setting powder, bronzer, and a contour product. And the last one would be the Tarte Amazonian Clay bronzer in the shade Park Avenue Princess, and this is the matte version. Again, nothing wrong with the formula or the color, I just haven't used it very much, so I would like to test all of those out. Next, for my blushes, you're going to be surprised. I have 3 from theBalm, and then I do have this one Pretty Vulgar blush. So this one was a gift to me, and I just haven't used it very much. This is in the shade Hush Blush, and this was in a BoxyCharm. My friend Sierra gifted it to me. It's such a beautiful color. It looks like such a me shade. I just haven't used it much, like I said. Then I have the 3 blushes from theBalm. So I love theBalm blushes. I think they have amazing formula. I love their packaging, and especially this one. This is one of the first blushes I ever purchased. So these are pretty old, but I just don't wear these shades. So the first one is Down Boy, which is a beautiful matte blue tone pink, super pigmented. Then we have theBalm Instain Blush in Argyle, which is a bright pink as well, but it is much more warm tone compared to Down Boy, as you can see. Great formula, but I just don't wear pink blushes. So I've been keeping these as like a cool tone and a warm tone pink blush option for the springtime. And I don't have that many pink blushes, so it felt fine having these. But I have 100 million peach blushes that I tend to reach for in the springtime. And there are times where I want a pink blush, but I think if I would substitute for a peach, it would still look fine. So I'm going to test that out this spring. I'm going to try using these with some looks, and then I'm going to try using some of my peach blushes with looks where I would normally wear these and see if I like it just as well, and then I might declutter them. And my last blush from theBalm would be another from the Instain collection in the shade Toile. This is a matte strawberry color. So intense, so beautiful. I just don't know what other makeup products to pair with it color-wise, and I don't know what season I like this best in, so I would like to test out all of those. And then, as I said, we have 4 highlighters. This first one is newer to me and I just haven't used very much. This is a loose highlighter from the Wet n Wild Zodiac collection. My friend Amanda Alexander put it in this nice small jar for me, which was so kind of her. She gifted me so much of this. So if you buy one of these, you can share it with several friends. And that was so nice, where I definitely want to use it more. It's a really pretty color, but it does emphasize texture a good bit. The next one is a deluxe sample size of the Laura Geller Baked Highlighter in the shade French Vanilla. Emily Noel raves about this. I was so excited to get this as an Ulta freebie with a coupon code. But because I have such a fair complexion, it's way too subtle and it basically blends right into my skin and you don't hardly even see a sheen. I think if you have more of a medium complexion, it would be beautiful, but I want to wear it a little bit more. Maybe I'll like it in the summer, or I'll like that very subtle look. Then I have the NYX Duochromatic Highlighter in the shade Snow Rose. So it is a light champagne color with a pinky flash that I usually wear in the springtime. It is very pretty, but sometimes I think it looks a little odd on my skin. And I do have the Kat Von D Alchemist palette now, which has some duochrome highlighters if I'm really feeling like I need something like that. So we'll see. This is unique to my collection. It's a good formula, but I don't know if I really use it enough. Speaking of duochrome highlighters, here's one that I have not used at all, but I just had to have for some reason. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. I can't remember the name of the collection. It's in the shade White Raven. It has a skull on it, and this is a blue duochrome highlighter. I can tell you the NYX one feels like a nicer formula. You can see the blue, which is really cool, but it's just a little chunky. I know people love these highlighters, but I cannot seem to get them to pick up on a brush and apply to the cheeks nicely. And as I said, I haven't used the shade, but it's super cool, and I'll have to compare that to the shade in the Kat Von D Alchemist palette as well. So again, we'll see if I need all of those highlighters in my life. Now moving on to some shadows, I have a bunch of singles here that my friend Jean gifted to me that again, I haven't given the proper love to. So this first one is a L'Oreal Infallible in the shade Glistening Garnet. It's a really pretty, like purpley pink cranberry kind of color, super pretty, and I know I like this formula. Then she sent me 5 shades of the LA Colors matte eyeshadows, and these are very nice. I've only used them once or twice, but I know that they were good, but I don't know if I need all of them. So this first one is called French Vanilla, which is a satin finish cream. If this was a matte, I would keep it for sure and use it to set my primer, but it does have a bit of a sheen to it, which I don't love for setting. I have this matte blush pink called Whisper. Then we have the shade Foxy, which looks like wet clay, which is just such a pretty shade. Then we have Forbidden, which is a beautiful terracotta red color. Actually, this looks more like wet clay, and this one looks more like dried clay, if you guys have made any pottery before. And then the last one is this more eggplant type color in the shade Crushed. So again, I just need to test all of these out to see if I need them in my collection. Then I've got some single shadows in pan form. So this is my little random Z palette. These shadows here are from Colored Rain. I know I'm keeping those. These 4 here are from Itsy and the Coffee Break with Danny Quad. Jean gifted these to me as well, and I have never used them. Then she also gave me, actually I may have used them once or twice, but I need to give some love to them to really develop my opinions on them. Jean also gave me these 2 Coastal Scents eyeshadows I want to test out, and then Amanda gave me this Morphe eyeshadow that I would like to test out. In addition to that, I do have my ColourPop Single Shadow Palette. I did win a ColourPop giveaway a little while ago with several of their individual shadows, so they weren't all colors I would have picked out on my own. Actually, it was last year, because now I remember some of the shades that were in the bundles I had actually gotten as a gift for Christmas. So I had given the duplicates away to some of my friends. But anyway, I want to see if I really need all of these shadows in my collection and really use these more, because I don't use my ColourPop singles very much. We're going to see a lot of ColourPop in here. You guys should not really be that surprised. I also have 2 ColourPop palettes that I want to test out. The first one is the My Little Pony palette. This was a gift from my friend Jean as well. I did rearrange the shadows, and I've actually never used this one, so I would like to make myself use that. And then I have the You Had Me at Hello palette, which I have tested, and I do also have a review on this one I will link up in the cards. A few of these shades are absolutely stunning, and I really want to keep them in my collection, but the other ones not so much. So I've thought about pulling my favorite shades from these palettes and putting them in a separate palette, but I really do not like the idea of breaking up palettes. Even though these are easy because they are little magnetic pans, I don't know. I might get around to doing that, but like I said, part of me really hates breaking up palettes and then to give it to somebody else. Like, hey, you want this palette where I mixed up all the colors? I just don't know if I'm at that stage where I can do it yet. So then everything else we have would be lip products, which y'all should not be surprised by. So these are all some random lip products that I some of these were rollovers, things that I kept last year that I want to test again. And then I do have some other products I haven't tested either. So all 4 of these were a gift from my friend Sierra. She just decluttered these out of her collection to me. So I want to use them all again, make sure I need to keep them in my collection. The first one is a Galactic Matte Lip Paint in the shade Demure. Then I have this Ofra liquid lipstick, and we've all kind of tried to decide what this might be. I know that it's not the Nikki Tutorial shade because I already have that one and it has a sticker on it. It's not Manhattan. Part of me wants to say maybe it's Tuscany. I don't know. Y'all know there are so many of these, so I'm not sure what color it is, but it is very pretty. And part of the reason I'm like conflicted on keeping this is because I don't know what the shade name is, and that's driving me absolutely nuts. Then the other 2 things we have here would be the NYX Powder Puff Lippie in the shade Best Buds. And I have swatched it, but I don't think I've actually tried this one on my lips, or I haven't worn it for a full day. And then the other one is a liquid lipstick from Real Her in the shade Lady Love, and it says I'm a rock star on it, so I want to test out those. Then I have got some liquid lipsticks from Pixi. So I did get the PR package with all the colors. I gave some to my friends, I put some in a giveaway, and then I ended up keeping these 5. Well, when I looked at it, these 5 shades are basically like a gradient of each other. They're all very similar, and I don't know if I need to keep them all. So the colors I have would be Bare Beauty, Pastel Petal, Matte Beige, Evening Rose, and Really Rose. So the next set of lip products I will be testing would be majority of my ColourPop lip products. So I don't need to test right now at least my 2 ultra glossy lips I got over the summer, and not my matte Luxe lipsticks because I know I enjoy those. But what I need to test out would be my ultra matte and ultra satins, as well as my Lippie sticks, to make sure I still want and love all of these colors. So this is just a little box from a Sonia Kashuk limited edition brush several years ago. I used to keep my mini liquid lipsticks in this, but then I switched it with another container I'll show you in a bit that has some other products in it. So this is how I have it in my drawer, and it's working just fine right now. So I will just run through all of the colors. So I have a ultra matte lip in the shade Beeper, which I tested out last year. I kept, and I wasn't sure how much I love this one or not, so I'll be testing that. I have the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in Love Muffin. I have the Ultra Matte Lip in Solo, which is my most favorite colors, but the Ultra Matte Lip formula is not my fave. I have the Ultra Matte Lip in Fresh Cut. The Ultra Blotted Lip in Zuma. Pretty color, interesting formula, but it's not a must-have for me. Ultra Satin Lip in Molly, which is one of my brightest lip colors, and it is just so fun. Ultra Matte Lip in Aquarius 2, which is one of my perfect nudes. Ultra Satin Lip in Tiny Chum. This is from the Hello Kitty collection, and I've actually gotten a lot of use out of this one over this past winter, which is good because it probably will not still be good next winter. And lastly, we have the Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Take 5. Then I have 13 Lippie sticks. I will show you all of the colors and go over the finishes. I don't think that's too bad. I've definitely decluttered several over the years, and I've discovered which finishes I like and which I don't. Grunge is a matte terracotta brown. Hype Girl is a matte pink tone peach. Lady is a matte deep brown tone red. Trust Me is a matte X finish, which is my favorite, and this is a bright true blue tone red. Poppin' is a matte X finish, and it is a very bright raspberry pink. Lumiere is a matte mauve. This was the color created by Kathleen Lights. Parker is a matte, slightly brown tone, peachy, light terracotta nude. It's quite a mixture of colors, but it's such a beautiful shade. I wish this had a matte X finish because that's my all-time favorite. The regular matte finish is my second favorite, but it really doesn't compare. Westie is a matte blue tone pink, but it has some dusty qualities to it, so it's a little bit more wearable, and this one might have been limited edition. Cami is a matte X, and it's a beautiful warm rose. I absolutely love this shade. This one will probably be stained. I've tested this one recently as well. So my Cami is broken from the base, and it's always really difficult to put it back in the packaging, and I was trying to push it back down and it snapped in half. I got lipstick all over the place, so I'm probably just going to actually repurchase this one because I do love this color and formula so much. I have Contempo, which is a matte finish, and this is a lighter, more pinky tone version of a Lumiere. It's a little less mauve, a little more pink, but they are quite similar. Brink is a matte lighter terracotta color. This is one of my all-time favorite shades as well. I think Parker has a little bit more peach, a little bit more brown. This one is stunning. I absolutely love this. I also wish that one was a matte X finish. And then we have two other colors here that are in the same vein that I love. The first one of these is the shade Kiddo, which is a sheer finish. They don't make these anymore, which sucks because it is so beautiful and comfortable. It isn't actually that sheer. It has a decent amount of pigment. It has a lot of glossy shine, but it's not the glossy finishes. The glossy finishes are really thick and goopy. This is amazing, and this is also like basically a terracotta nude. And the last one I have is Ziggy. This is also a matte X finish, and this is a very, very bold, rich terracotta color. Definitely is more on the orangey side compared to the rest of the ones I described as terracotta, but I really love it in the fall. And the last thing I have here is, the last thing I have here is my liquid lipstick container. As I said, I usually keep my ColourPop lip products in here, and then I switch them out because I've gotten more of my mini liquid lipsticks and I've gotten less of my ColourPop lip products. So again, these are all my mini liquid lipsticks. I did take a picture beforehand because I knew these were gonna get messed up, and these all fit so perfectly, which makes me tempted to keep them all, but I know I don't use these very often. And I really think because I put them in this container and they're all visible instead of stacked on top of each other, I will use them more than I did in the other container. But still, there are some of these I definitely want to test out. I will show them all to you because I want to test them all, but there are some that I know I'm going to keep and some that I think I might end up decluttering. So the ones I know I'm going to keep are brand new. I got these for Christmas and I haven't actually used these yet. This is the Too Faced Mini Melted Matte Set. So we have pumpkin spice, hot buttered rum, cinnamon bear, and sugar cookie. So all of these are going to be stained, but show them to you anyway, and I will still test them out. Then I have 4 of these Smashbox Always On liquid lipsticks. I love this formula, but it dries out pretty quickly, so I'll be happy to have some minis. And I got all of these as little freebies with orders, and then one was from a Sephora Play. So I have Driver's Seat, which is a terracotta color, which is really pretty. I also have Stepping Out, which looks like a peachy nude with a little bit of tan mixed in. I have Big Spender, which is a raspberry shade, and then I have Bossy, which is a beautiful red. I never wear red lips, and I have 4 red mini liquid lipsticks, so I definitely don't need all 4 of them, so I'll have to make some decisions there. So a lot of my Kat Von D liquid lipsticks have gone bad, but I do still have these 3 minis here that I really enjoy, but I need to get some more use out of. The first one is Ludwig, which is a slightly pinky tone nude and has a lot of tan mixed in, but it isn't as gray toned as Bow and Arrow, which look terrible on me. This one I think is very pretty. Then the other 2 colors I have would be Saint, which is such a stunning peachy pink color, and then we have Lovecraft, which is more of the classic warm mauve color that I love so much. I have 3 of these Stale Day liquid lipsticks that were all some sort of freebie. The first one is Perla, which is a light cool pinky nude. I've never tried this one before. Then I have Patina, which is like the classic rosy mauve color, which I have used a few times. And then I have Rubina, which is a beautiful, very deep red. You can see it is quite different than the Smashbox shade, but I don't need all 4 of them, and I don't think I've ever used that one. Then I've got one from Bare Minerals, which I really enjoyed this formula. This is in the shade Swag, and I've only used it once. Then I have two from Tarte, but these are different formulas, I believe. So this is the Tarte Quick Dry Matte Lip Paint in the shade Rosé, which is more of a warm nude. And then we have just the regular Tarte's Lip Paint, which I guess is a little creamier. And this is in the shade Birthday Suit, which is more of a pinky nude. I've never worn this one, and I've only worn the Tarte maybe 3 times. Then I have 3 little minis from the Sephora Cream Lip Stain collection. I have the shade number 1, Always Red, which I've used a couple times and it's very pretty. Then the other 2 shades I've never used, and that would be number 35, Bohemian Purple, and 40, Pink Tea. And the last 3 I have are all the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigments. These were 2 travel sizes from a little mini pack. And then this is a little deluxe sample freebie size. So this is another red in Star Woman that my friend Amanda gifted me. And then these other 2 shades I have would be La Freak, which is more of a dusty, light pinky nude color. And then we have American Woman, which is more of that terracotta color that you guys know I love so much, but it has a little bit of like coral mixed in with it too. It's really pretty. So here are all of the polishes I'm predicting that I will test out during the springtime. So this is Essie's Playdate. Then we have Zoya's Pixie Dust in Stevie. The Berry M Jelly Polish in the shade Prickly Pear. I have the Berry M Jelly Polish in Blueberry. And then I have Essie's Boxer Shorts. So those are all of my purpley blues. Then I have Zoya's Blue, spelled B-L-U. I have Pop Beauty Mint Magic, an amazing color, but like a terrible formula. Then I have the Milani Color Statement Polish in the shade Mint Crush. Then some random shades. This is OPI, excuse me, Big Sur. It's like a light pastel-y salmon color. I'm not sure what season I would like this best in, but I'm thinking probably spring. Then I have a basic white from Julie G called White Orchid. I've never used this before, and I know people like white polish either in the spring or summer, so I figured I would give it a shot in the spring, and we'll see what I think of this formula. Then I've got basically pink polishes and one coral that I will be testing out during the summertime. I don't love pink polishes, but for some reason I kept all of these last year. So this first one is Essie Bump Up the Pump, which is a really pretty color and a good formula. I just haven't worn it a ton. Then we have the pinks I don't typically go for. This is Kale Polish Mommy Martha, which was for breast cancer awareness. I have not tried that one yet. Then we have Color Club Wicker Park. I was hoping this one would be more purple, but it's definitely more on the pink side. And because it's a neon, it doesn't have the best formula. Then I have L'Oreal's Acid Watermelon. Out of all the pinks, this one might be my favorite, but again, it's a neon, so it's not the best formula. Then I have a Maybelline Color Show Bleach Neon in the shade Pink Punch, which is more of a warm pink. Then I have all of these greens and teals, which I plan on wearing in the fall. Then I have one random brown. This is Henna from Julie G, which seems like a really cool color. And I have Across the Universe from Deborah Lippman. I've never tried that one before, but it's very pretty. Speaking of polishes I haven't tried, I have another from Julie G, and this is in the shade Eden. It's a very interesting color, kind of like pea soup. I don't know if I'm going to love this or not. Another one I haven't tried is from Julie G. I put all of my Julie G polishes in here. And this is a beautiful teal in the shade Karma. Then I've got some Zoyas. So this first one is Charlie, which is like a gray, smoky olive color. And now that I have other olives that I prefer, I'm not sure if I want to keep that one. Then I have Talia from Zoya, which is a very pretty color, but again, I don't know if I need it. Then I have a few from Essie that I kept last year. This first one is called Naughty Nautical, which has some shimmer in it, which I don't usually love, but this color is so pretty. And then this is a really nice green. It's not quite a grass green, but it's definitely not a mint or a lime. And this one is called First Timer. This is the Revlon Parfumerie Polish in Winter Mint, which is a dupe for Deborah Lippmann Mermaid's Dream. I believe it's a really nice formula and a pretty color. I don't know if I need this kind of shade. Then I have KB Shimmer Teal It to My Heart. I've got Butter London Slapper, which is a little bit more blue compared to KB Shimmer. And the last one I have not used before. This is from Butter London, and this is a shade Bluey, but man, that looks freaking beautiful. So I'm going to be trying out all of these in the fall. Then I have a bunch of mauve purple colors. I don't know if I'm going to try these out in the fall or in the winter, but it doesn't quite matter. But I didn't realize how many very similar shades I have, but 3 of these are all from Julie G. This is from her same collection, and as you can tell, I haven't tried any of the polishes from this collection yet. So this more pinky one is Faith. This raspberry shade is called Aria. And then this more dusty purple is called Harmony. That would make a really pretty gradient nail. Then I have this beautiful dusty purple, warm and toasty turtleneck. I have this other Butter London that I've never tried before called Shambolic, which looks so stunning. Then I have these 3 that I tried and kept last year, but I want to make sure that I love them and need them all in my life. They're all different enough, and while I think this is a pretty color purple, I don't really wear it that much. So this first one is from Essie called Flowerista, which has more pink to it. Then we have Margot, which shouldn't be in here. This is one of my favorite polishes. I must have got it mixed up with something else. This should definitely be with my winter polishes for me to wear. So I'm going to take that one out. That is an absolute must-have. And then we have got Giver's Theme from China Glaze, which is a very pretty purple as well. So then I have all of these metallic and glitter polishes I'm going to be testing out in the winter. So these are all the ones I'm going to be testing out first. And a lot of these I meant to test out last year and totally forgot. So that's why I'm going to start with them. So I've got 2 from Deborah Lippmann that are unused. This red one is called Ruby Red Slippers, and the black and gold is called Cleopatra in New York. I have this Julie G in Liquid Metal, which looks similar to Oily Rage. It's a very pretty shade. Got a couple blues here. This first one is from Ciate. It's called Knee Highs. This is a little mini. That's a metallic blue. And then I have this China Glaze Dorothy Who, which is a blue glitter. Then I've got my favorite holiday glitters. This is OPI Bring on the Bling. It's a gold base with red and green and multicolored glitters in there. That's very pretty, but it's pretty old. Then I have these 3 China Glaze polishes. This one's pretty dried out, but I think I can revive it. This is Champagne Kisses. This one is called I'm Not Lying, which is more gold. And then we have Glistening Snow, which is more silver and holographic. So these are all of the metallic and glitter polishes I will be testing out this year. But guys, those are all the items that I will be testing out this year. I actually have quite a few, so I would love to know your all's thoughts if you've tested these out in the comments down below. Also, if you do a similar series on your channel or you've done different declutter videos on your channel, I would love to know. And if you guys have any great tips for decluttering, I would love to know that as well. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.